Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to learn about the rich art and culture of Odisha and Maharashtra. First, let's see an outline map of India highlighting the states Odisha and Maharashtra. Odisha is located on the eastern coast of India, adjacent to Madhya Pradesh in the west, Andhra Pradesh in the south, West Bengal in northeast, Bay of Bengal in the east, and Bihar in the north. And Maharashtra shares its border with the states of Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, Karnataka, Goa, and the Union Territory of Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. On the western side of the state lies the Arabian Sea. Now let's read about the details of states Odisha and Maharashtra. The capital of Odisha is Bhubaneswar. Here the language spoken is Odia. It consists of 30 districts. The ancient name was Kalinga. There are two main rivers, that is Mahanadi and Brahmani. Odisha Day is celebrated every year on 26th of December. The Chief Minister of Odisha is Mr. Naveen Patnaik. Emblem is mentioned, you can see here. The capital of Maharashtra is Mumbai and language spoken is Marathi. It consists of 35 districts. The ancient name was Danda Karnaya. Here two famous rivers are Godavari and Krishna. Maharashtra Day is celebrated every year on 1st of May. The Chief Minister of Maharashtra is Mr. Uddhav Thackeray and you can see the emblem in the picture. Several folk dance forms evolved in different regions of Odisha like Danda Nata, Medha Nacha, Changu dance, Chaiti Ghoda, etc. But most renowned classical dance form is Odishi dance, where religious and mythical stories and poems emoted by the dancers through expressions, body movements and gestures. Chow dance is semi-classical Indian dance with martial, tribal and folk traditions. Dances of Maharashtra gifted with its rich culture and traditions. Maharashtra has different types of dance forms. Povada is the dance form that showcases the lifetime achievements of the Maratha ruler Shivaji Maharaj. Lavani and Koli dance forms entertain the Maharashtrians with its mesmerizing music and rhythmic movements. There are some other dance forms like Dhangri Gaja dance pays respect to their god by the Dangars of Sholapur. Dindi and Kala are the religious folk dances which expresses of religious ecstasy of Lord Krishna. Tamasha is the folk dance that is so popular all over the state. Now let's see some attires of Odisha and Maharashtra. Most of the Odisha people are hard workers. Rural areas are very more in Odisha. So man is interesting to wear their own traditional outfits. Generally dhoti is common traditional costumes for man in Odisha. They also wear kurta and gamcha during the festival and other traditional celebrations. In Odisha, women normally prefer to wear the sari, Sambalpuri sari or the salwar kameez. And in Maharashtra, traditional clothes for Maharashtrians males include the dhoti, also known as dhotar, and feta, while a choli and 9-yard sari, locally known as Nawari sari or lugda, is for women. These clothes are worn by Maharashtrians while performing various festivals. Let's see some famous cuisine of Odisha and Maharashtra. Some of the famous dishes of Odisha are dalma, manda, chhena poda, khaja, pilaf, Badi chura, pakla bhat. Those with a sweet tooth are going to love this famous dish of Odisha known as rasbali, soaked in thick flavored milk and garnished with cardamoms. And the most famous dishes of Maharashtra are Puran Poli, Misal Pav, Pudachi Vadi, Keri Amti, Kotambir Vada, Pav Bhaji, Thali Pet, Ragda Patties, and Modak. Let's see some famous temples in Odisha. First one is Konark Sun Temple. The name Konark comes from the combination of the Sanskrit word Kona, that means corner or angle, and arc means the sun, in reference to the temple which was dedicated to the sun god Surya. The Konark Sun Temple is a 13th century Hindu temple dedicated to the sun god. Shaped like a giant chariot, the temple is known for the exquisite stone carvings that cover the entire structure. It is the best known tourist destination in Odisha and has been a World Heritage Site since 1984. Next comes Sri Jagannath Mandir. Sri Jagannath Temple is an important Hindu temple dedicated to Jagannath, a form of Vishnu, in Puri in the state of Odisha. Next comes Lingaraja Temple, which was built in 11th century and is dedicated to Lord Shiva and is considered as the largest temple of the city. And the last picture is Mukteshwar Temple. It is considered as one of the sacred religious places to visit in the city of Bhubaneswar, and it is also dedicated to the main deity, that is Lord Shiva. Now let's see some famous temples in Maharashtra. The first image is of Siddhi Vinayak Mandir. Sri Siddhi Vinayak Ganpati Mandir is a Hindu temple dedicated to Lord Sri Ganesh. It is located in Prabhadevi, Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next is Sai Baba Temple. The temple premises of Sri Sai Baba is spread in approximately 200 square meters and it is situated in the heart of Shirdi village and is a major center of pilgrims from all over the world. Next image is of Shani Temple. Shani Shignapur Temple is a famous temple which is located at a distance of 65 kilometers from Shirdi. And this popular temple is dedicated to Lord Shani Dev, the popular Hindu god associated with the planet Saturn. And the last image is of Trambakeshwar Temple. Sri Trambakeshwar Temple is located at a distance of about 28 kilometers from Nasik and near the mountain named Brahmagiri, from which the river Godavari flows. It was constructed by 3rd Peshwa Balaji Bajirao. And Trambakeshwar Temple is a religious center having one of the 12 Jyotirlingas. Now let's see some famous caves in Odisha. Udayagiri and Kandagiri caves, formerly called Kattaka caves or Katak caves, are partially natural and partially artificial caves of archaeological, historical and religious importance near the city of Bhubaneswar in Odisha. There are some famous caves in Maharashtra. First is Ajanta Cave. Ajanta and Ellora caves considered to be one of the finest examples of ancient rock-cut caves and are located near Aurangabad in Maharashtra. Ellora is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Then Elephanta caves are also UNESCO World Heritage Site and a collection of cave temples predominantly dedicated to the Hindu god Shiva. They are on Elephanta Island. And the last picture is of Kanheri Cave. The Kanheri Caves are a group of caves and rock-cut monuments cut into a massive basalt outcrop in the forest of the Sanjay Gandhi National Park. Now let's see some popular arts and handicrafts of Odisha. See the paintings. It is Pattachitra painting. Pattachitra style of painting is one of the oldest and most popular art forms of Odisha. The name Pattachitra has evolved from the Sanskrit words patta means canvas and chitra meaning picture. So Pattachitra is thus a painting done on canvas and is manifested by a rich colorful application, creative motifs and designs, and portrayal of simple themes, mostly mythological in depiction. Next picture is palm leaf paintings. The palm leaves are dried under the sun for 2 or 3 months. The palm leaves are tied together to form a zigzag form of a scroll. Once the palm leaves or strips are tied together, a scene from one of the traditional stories is depicted in the drawing. The drawing is carefully done with appropriate spacing and with details of figures giving prominence to the hairstyle, ornaments, flora and fauna, and elements that relate to the nature. Next is paper mache. Paper mache is a work of art which is well known in Odisha. Features the ability of Odia artisans to make beauty from waste. Paper mache translates to bit paper or pulped paper. It is a composite material comprising bits of paper or mash bound with the glue, paste and starch. An art brought to Odia shores by hands unknown, paper mache is used for making masks or for small decorative items. Next most popular art and handicraft form of Odisha is terracotta pottery. These items are traditionally done by tribal peoples. This needs a special type of mud to make these items. They make most popular items like roof tiles, food, plates, teacups, many kitchen items, etc. Next is silver filigree crafts of Odisha, and it is practiced since 15th century, and about 2000 artisans only in Cuttack and around continue this tradition of this excellent craft with workmanship. Silver filigree is an ancient art, beaten silver drawn into fine threads and foils which are then joined together to create jewelry and decorative work of infinite beauty. The items are internationally appreciated for their delicate artistry, elegance, craftsmanship and superb finish. Next comes stone carving. Stone carving is a chief handicraft of Odisha. Sun Temple of Konark, Udayagiri and Ratnagiri and the temples in Jagannath, Lingaraj, Mukteshwar are the examples of stone carving of Odisha art. And stone carving is mainly used in the architecture of sculpture and temples. Next comes sand art. Odisha is the birthplace of sand art. Afterwards, it spread all over the world. Sand art is carving of sculpture in sand. It is quite easier and quicker than stone carving. For sand art, only fine-grained sand and water is used. An artist can shape a beautiful and attractive sculpture on the beach with the help of fine-grained sand and by the magic of fingers. Sudarshan Patnaik is one of the renowned sand artists of Odisha. His works are artful and interesting, mostly based on current world issues, festivals, world peace, sports, etc. Now let's see some popular arts and handicrafts of Maharashtra. First is Varli painting. Varli painting is a tribal art mostly done by Adivasi from North Sahyadri range in India. Women are mainly engaged in the creation of these paintings. These paintings do not depict mythological characters or images of deities, but depict social life, images of human beings and animals, along with scenes from daily life or created in a loose rhythmic pattern. These tribal paintings of Maharashtra are traditionally done in the homes of the Varlis, painted white or mud walls. They are pretty close to the prehistoric cave paintings in execution and usually depict scenes of human figures engaged in activities like hunting, dancing, sowing, and harvesting. Kolhapuri chappals are handcrafted leather slippers that are locally tanned using vegetable dyes. Kolhapuri chappals or Kolhapuris, as they are commonly referred to, are a style of open-toed T-strap sandal. The roots of it probably lie in a small city of Maharashtra, that is Kolhapur. Next most popular art and handicrafts of Maharashtra is Sawantwadi crafts. Sawantwadi toys refers to handmade works of art made of wood in Sawantwadi, a town in Sindhudurg district of Maharashtra. These toys are made from the wood of the Indian coral tree. Next comes Bidri ware. The craftsmen of India always shown an exceptional skill of engraving, chasing, and ornamenting of gold and silver articles in everyday and decorative use. Bidri ware is the pride of Bidar near Aurangabad and is an indigenous handicraft tradition that garners a lot of admiration and appreciation. Practiced on zinc and copper and inlaid with pure silver or thin sheets, it is a delicate art and remarkably intricate. Now let's see some festivals of Odisha. First is Rath Yatra. Rath Yatra, also known as the Chariot Festival, is a major Hindu festival associated with Lord Jagannath. The Chariot Festival is celebrated at the Gundicha temple in Puri located in Odisha. It is believed that on the day of Rath Yatra, Lord Jagannath visits the temple with his siblings on their chariots. On occasion, three deities, Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra, Devi Subhadra, are worshipped within the temple. On the auspicious day of Rath Yatra, devotees pull the divine chariots of all the three deities. The idols of the three deities are carved out of the wood and are replaced once every 12 years. Rath Yatra symbolizes integration and equality among brethren. The chariots are newly carved out of wood and replaced every year. Next is Kalinga Mahotsav. Kalinga Mahotsav is the festival of martial dance, is celebrated to mark the major victory of peace over war when Kalinga, which is the part of Odisha, once witnessed a battle during the reign of Ashoka. The festival is a tribute to the martyrs of the Maurya dynasty, which is celebrated by various martial art acts through dance and music. Kalinga Mahotsav is one of the most famous festivals of Odisha. It holds great religious significance for people. The aim of this festival is to encourage people to follow the path of peace and calm rather than fighting amongst themselves. Now let's see some other festivals of Odisha, that is Konark Dance Festival. Konark Festival. This popular dance festival is celebrated against the backdrop of the famous Sun Temple in Konark. The Konark Dance and Music Festival brings together artists to showcase and popularize the classic, folk, and tribal dance and music of India. The festival was initiated in 1986 by Padma Shri Guru Gangadhar Pradhan, who was an internationally renowned Odishi dancer, guru and mardal player. The Konark Dance and Music Festival is organized at the open-air auditorium of the Konark Natya Mandap, which is a replica of a 700-year-old Konark Sun Temple. Next comes Chau Festival. The Chau Festival is a significant festival for the people of Odisha, which continues for 3 successive days. The festival is observed by the Bhuyans tribe in numerous areas of Odisha, particularly in Koraput, where the celebration is praised with most extreme intensity. The celebration is basically appended to Mayur Bhanj Chau, a noteworthy move type of Odisha. It includes artists wearing covers called Chau, which originate from the word Chaya, signifies shadow. Thus, the dance form suggests playing with the shadow. Performers wear vibrant costumes and play mythical characters or historical characters. Now we will see some famous festivals of Maharashtra. Let's start with Shivaji Maharaj Jayanti. Shivaji Jayanti is the birth anniversary of great Maratha ruler Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Jayanti is celebrated every year on February 19 with much pomp and fervor in the entire state of Maharashtra. Shivaji Maharaj was born on February 19, 1630 in Shivneri Fort. Shivaji Jayanti is celebrated on a grand scale in the state of Maharashtra. Shivaji Maharaj is considered as the greatest Maratha ruler who carved an enclave from the declining Adil Shahi Sultanate of Bijapur that became the start of the Maratha Empire. At the young age of 16, Shivaji Maharaj seized the Toma fort and by the age of 17 had seized the Raigad and Kondana forts. Shivaji Maharaj is popularly known was named Shivaji Bhosle and was a member of the Bhosle Maratha clan. Next comes Ganesh Chaturthi. Ganesh Chaturthi is a Hindu festival that is celebrated on the birthday of Lord Ganesha, who is the son of Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati. During this festival, people pray to Lord Ganesha with great devotion and admiration. The festival lasts for 11 days, during which various festivities take place. A special kind of sweet called modak is prepared in the joy of the special occasion. This festival is celebrated mostly in Maharashtra. At the end of the 11 days, the devotees carry their idols to the ocean, where the iconic Visarjan takes place to say goodbye to Lord Ganesha. Next famous festival of Maharashtra is Gudi Padwa. Gudi Padwa is the Marathi name of Chaitra Shukla Pratipada. It is the first day of the new year according to the Hindu calendar. Gudi Padwa or Ugadi is celebrated in the states of Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka and is considered as one of the 4 most auspicious days in the Hindu calendar. Many consider this day ideal for the purchase of ornaments, a house, amongst other things. Next is Pola festival. Pola is a festival of the state of Maharashtra and Chhattisgarh, which celebrated by the farmers by the worship of the bull. The farmers decorate their bulls and on this day and then worship them to perform in the festival. It is generally a traditional village festival where they show respect to the bulls that help them in their ploughing activities. On this special day, the farmers first of all give a good bathe to their bulls and then decorate them with beautiful ornaments. Then the bulls are offered prayers by the farmers and are also given special food to eat. In this way, the farmers show their gratitude towards the bulls for their assistance in the agricultural works. From the following day of the festival, the ploughing activities are started and seeds are sown in the fields. It is very unique festival of Maharashtra where an animal is made the focus. Now let's see some eminent personalities of Odisha. First is Mr. Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose, popularly known as Netaji, was a great freedom fighter and a patriot. He was born in Cuttack, Odisha on 23rd January 1897 to Janakinath Bose and Prabhavati Devi. His father, Janakinath Bose, was a well-known lawyer of his time. His mother, Prabhavati Devi, was a religious woman. Next eminent personality is Mr. Shivram Hari Rajguru or Rajguru. He was an Indian revolutionary who fought for India's independence and sacrificed his life for it. He was one of the revolutionaries along with Bhagat Singh and Sukhdev. Rajguru followed the extreme steps for achieving freedom, which include the killing of British officials, looting their resources and money. Fakir Mohan Senapati. He is regarded as the father of modern Odia literature. Dedicated his entire life for the progress of Odia language. He also played a leading role in establishing the distinct identity of Odia language and literature. So it would not be wrong to say that the story of Fakir Mohan is indeed the story of the Renaissance in Odia literature. He was born on the day of Makar Sankranti in the year 1843. Next is Madhusudan Das. He was the first graduate and advocate of Odisha. He was born in the village of Satyabhamapur, which is 20 kilometers from Cuttack, Odisha. He is known as Kula Bruddha, which means grand old man. Madhu Babu and Utkala Gauraba, which means pride of Utkal, and was referred to as a poet and freedom fighter. Now at last we will see eminent personalities of Maharashtra. First picture is of Mr. B.R. Ambedkar. Bhimrao Ambedkar is popularly known as Baba Saheb. He was an Indian jurist, political leader, philosopher, anthropologist, historian, orator, economist, teacher, editor, prolific writer, revolutionary, and a revivalist for Buddhism in India. He became the first Law Minister of India. He became the chairman of the Constitution Drafting Committee. For his contributions, he was awarded with Bharat Ratna. Bal Gangadhar Tilak was born in the year 1856 on the 23rd of July. He was a Marathi by birth who hailed from the city of Ratnagiri. Being an ordinary school teacher, his love and patriotism for the country were beyond words. He was a keen admirer of the ruler of Maharashtra, then Chhatrapati Shivaji. He is known as the father of Indian unrest and introduced the concept of Swaraj to the people of India. While he fought the British, he was once arrested and sent to prison in Burma for 6 years. His sacrifices and social service to the nation will be remembered for years to come. Bal Gangadhar Tilak is also known as the architect of modern India and the Asian nationalism. Peshwa Bajirao is considered to be the most important figure after Shivaji in making the Maratha Empire a dominant force in 18th century India. Shri Kisan Baburao Hazare, also known as Anna Hazare, is an Indian Army veteran and social activist. He gets the moniker Anna, meaning elder brother in Marathi, from being the eldest of 7 children. Anna Hazare is best known for his development work in rural India and Gandhian methods of non-violent protest against corruption in Indian government. He is a recipient of the Padma Bhushan Award for his work to uplift the quality of life for the people of his ancestral village, Ralegan, Sindhi. I hope you have learned something new from this video. Thank you.